So, how do we know what success tastes like if we never had it yet? For example, how can you have a taste for soursop if you never had it? Side note, did you know soursop is used in Africa to cure cancer? The pulp abstract from the soursop kills the cancer cells. But back to my point. We can never crave something we never had. You see, success lives in us through our intuition. Our intuition, or like some of us call it, the Holy Spirit, will guide you towards the life you are supposed to live by divine right. The problem is we ignore everything that was meant for us due to circumstances. So my question to you is, are we living or are we existing? Having knowledge about your intuition is genius. It is wisdom. It is called application because you are now applying what you now know. As Hosea chapter 4 verse 6 states, my peoples are destroyed by a lack of knowledge. Whatever you don't know can potentially destroy you. I remember growing up in the 90s watching A Different World. The show's such a classic. I know you remember that show. However, did you know that the actor Ron Johnson, aka Darryl Bell's father, was the co-founder of the first black member firm on the New York Stock Exchange in 1971? With only $175,000 in capital, he developed Daniels and Bells Incorporated, which was worth about $15 million at the time of his death in 1988. He left this business to his son Darryl, which later loses almost all the funds due to inexperience. Case in point, whatever you mismanage in this life, you will lose. Your intuition will give you chances and warnings on what research you need to cover before diving into the unknown. However, it doesn't stop there. God is the spirit of chances. Later on, Darryl goes on to become a strong business owner who now has a net worth of $6 million. And like he said, and I quote, my ability to bounce back from adversity and move forward in successful endeavors is what makes me who I am. End quote. Anything you decide to do, whether it is changing your diet or going to a job interview, do your research. The more you know, the more knowledge can protect you in situations. I remember working for an insurance company a few years back, and training was very tough. We had a training for about 8 weeks, and by the first week I felt like quitting. But my intuition told me to keep going. Gaining some wisdom in this department, it took me about a year to learn the medical field and how it works. See, sometimes I would get calls from customers yelling at me about why would they charge on something that was never performed. Side note, the more you know, the more knowledge can protect you. The customer went on to say they were charged for surgery when they only went in for a flu shot. What the customer failed to realize is that anything invasive to the body is considered surgery. Yes, even a shot. But of course, that will never tell you. Certain PX and DX codes, procedure and diagnosis codes, are used to charge for such services. Anybody in the medical field know what I'm talking about? You see, it's funny how 90% of us have no idea how our insurance even works. But they get upset when they don't understand it. Don't be held hostage by your ignorance. Take some time out and learn for yourself. Don't think for 1 second that school is all you need. I once heard a quote that stated, never allow school to get in the way of your education. I live by this. Never limit yourself. Your mind is filled with so many ideas and gifts, but we never discover them. So we live the next 40 years on autopilot and not know why. Be fearless in the pursuit of what sets your soul on fire. Until next time.